Let's talk about outside of the business. I know with your story, you've gotten to mentor a lot of young people, especially kids, that
Yeah,
have gone through a lot of stuff, alcohol or drug addictions. Talk
right.
to me about some of the charity work or things that you've done to help out in your community over the years.
Well, I just started. I reconnected with an old friend, childhood friend. He's a police officer, and he asked me if I want to do these talks and just tell my story, And at first, I said, "Well, I don't know what I can tell him. I don't know." He's just tell me your story. Trust me, it's going to work. Okay, so I started doing them. I was like, "Wow, this is actually fun." Because, and I always tell the kids, listen, when I was your age and they had someone come in and talk, I wouldn't listen to them. So I know there's a majority of you that aren't going to listen to me, but if one of you can listen to my message and steer yourself in the right way, and listen, I'm no saint. I fall off the wagon sometimes too, but uh, uh, I like to promote self-discipline, health and fitness. Sometimes you got to raise some hell, but some people can't because if they do, they can't stop. They can't put out the fire. In other words, so uh, every man has to know his limitations, and but self-discipline to me is key in life.
It is, and you were talking about that at the beginning of the podcast. You know, your dad
Yeah,
instilled a work ethic in you. Um,
yeah,
it really comes from within. I mean, you have to want to get better in anything, whether it's
true.
wrestling or your health or whatever career path you desire in life. It starts
Yep,
from here.
you're right. 100%. 100%. Self-discipline. Start off by making your bed every morning. Seriously, make your bed every morning. And no matter how bad of a day you have or what happens, at least you can come home to a nice, well-made bed.
It's all about appreciating the little things in life that we take for
Yeah,
granted. And
yeah.
what are the kids' reactions or people that you've mentored when they come up to you? What's like the first thing that they say in response?
Well, the majority of the kids are usually bad kids, so if I can make them cry and scare them, I know it sounds heartless, but it's actually a good thing because you're instilling fear, and that means you connected with them and you're waking them up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it sounds heartless to say, but if you're one of those little badasses or think you're a badass and I can break you, you know, I've done my job.
Have you heard from any of the people that you've mentored that have said like, "Wow, you've inspired me to change my life for the better." Has that ever happened?
Uh, yeah, there's been a few that contacted me on social media and stuff and said I helped them. And I'll be honest with you, that's not something I ever really strive for. But now in my older age, I kind of actually appreciate that I can touch someone's life in a positive way, to not be so selfish, to be more giving, and everything comes back in life. You give, it comes back in spades. I firmly believe that. And it's not just, you know, like, a monetary thing or a materialistic thing. It could be just doing a good deed will eventually come back to reward you somewhere. I'm very spiritual in that way.